Well, alright, y'all. How y'all doing this evening? Or tonight, I should say, rather. I guess I'll start this one out picking up where I left off, really, which is basically all I was saying in the end of the last video was I'm used to it's always been a thing of having a group of people or being somebody that's, I guess it's safe to say, generally admired and which naturally, I guess you could say naturally breeds animosity or whatever, or hatred, jealousy, and causes another group of people, a particular group of people to try to get as many other people to feel the way they feel about you. Get as many people as they can to feel the dislike or the hate or whatever that they feel for you or whatever. It causes some people to really admire you but hide it due to feeling or due to what they think somebody else gonna think about them, admiring you or whatever. But anyway, moving along, man. Get back into it, Sista Sista. We vibing. Yeah, so you know, just trying to put it down for my sis, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, that was my nigga, man. Well, it is my nigga. She here with a nigga right now. But you know, it's funny how she she shared the same birthday with Miss Whitney. Oh, excuse me, she over here now. She'll be spotting out on me. Yeah. I use this picture of Whitney. I like it, but it's scary. I chose this picture in particular because, you know, she got that look like, you know, that look you give your kids where they fuck it up. And you finna get on their ass. She got that kind of look. And I would like to believe this is how she would look or was looking at this system or this, I guess you could say, spotlight or entertainment industry. I guess we'll call it that. Fuck it. Call it by name. It's entertainment industry. When they started to turn on her. Now, you know, I wanted to do something for her, so, and I still got to tap deeper into her chamber. You know what I'm saying? You know, cause you know basically what I do, like with Mike, when I wanted to get up with Mike, I just went and looked at a lot of his old videos and reflected or whatever, listened to some of his music. uh, still got to do some more. And don't get me wrong, just like, you know, same thing with Mike. You know, Whitney Houston is a household name. So you know what I'm saying. But I really got to go dig a little deeper. In our archives. But Whitney Houston being the topic of discussion makes a great deal of sense right now. First and foremost, we want to celebrate the talent, which I got to go back. I really want to. That's one of the things I was noticing with Mike. And I'm when I get back to that series right there. You know, cause you know the spiritual thing and the talent and all that, it all coincides. Don't get it twisted. But I wanna speak on the spiritual aspect of it as well as, you know, I get the talent aspect of it, or what some would say the mundane aspect of it. Not saying the talent is mundane, but you get what I'm saying. You know, because the talent is an indication, has you can judge sometimes the greatness of an individual based off of talent, or the you know, you can and in this case I would say, or in regards to this case, the talent, first and foremost, the talent is one of the ways that these people have been able to one degree or another, identify somebody who may be a somebody, or I don't want to say somebody because I don't want to make it seem like it, you know, make people feel like, and they don't have this mystical story that they're nobody, but the talent has been a means of the quote unquote higher ups to a means for them to kind of gauge if somebody is, spiritually speaking, worth putting an eye on and conspiring against. You know, that's like my man Daddy Hathaway. The thing about it is, by us, within these, I guess you could say, since from coming out of slavery and going into these the 1900s and all that, you know, we coming out of a deep sleep, the coma. But just because we were put in chains and beat within an inch of our life doesn't mean that doesn't take nothing away from us spiritually. That doesn't mean that the people who came, or the souls who came during slavery and post-slavery, that doesn't mean that there's nothing special about us in terms of spirituality. And I think that's one thing that we are not aware of or haven't been aware of. That these people that attack us were aware of. So, while we're down here thinking that we just rapping and scatting, bebopping and hip hopping, people that knew the history that us here in America, and you can say black people as a whole, but the American experience is for the black American experience is rather unique. So when I say America, you can generalize it, but we all know, America. People all over the world follow us here. So coming up and exhibiting all this talent that we've been exhibiting, and not knowing who we were, or basically forgetting who we were, this historical amnesia that we've been suffering from. It's safe to say that our enemy was not suffering from in regards to who we are. So while we were spending all them years working and slaving for free, them a good deal of time to study our nature, study who we are, study our history in order to better rule over us. So by the time you get to the 20th century or whatever, or 21st century, whatever, the 1900s on up in the now, you have these people that are controlling the world, not based off of just putting some niggas in a chain, putting niggas on in a cotton field and beating them with whips, but from the mental aspect of it all. And they were dealing with us based off of based off our spirituality. So by them knowing who we were or who we are, and us not knowing who we are, when certain people show up, they know how to gauge who these people are and what type of impact that they're capable of having based off of all that studying that they did, if you feel where I'm coming from. So, and I'm starting to see that talent has a, now when I say talent, I mean talent. I'm not talking about, because today you have people who make it on the big stage or become big entertainers, famous entertainers, and they're really talented. And then you have some people that are not really talented, but since the machine tells you, or the industry pushes them to you and tells you that they are the top 10 this, or they're the shit, this programs your mind, or at least a certain amount of people within the society, to believe that. And those people further propel or further push the facade. So But then you have, like I say, then you have those who had a real talent. Now the ones that had a real talent, though they may not know who they are, like I say, these people will know, and these people will look and say, well, we need to play them close, and these people will begin a journey within the music industry, get in the music industry, which we know is controlled by people who don't have our best interests in mind, or who didn't have our best interests in mind, and they'll use these people for their energy, and just to make it easy to understand, I put it in these terms here. You take, let's just say, we'll just say, let's take Coca-Cola or something, or any type of business with a product that they're trying to sell to you. What do? One of their go-tos. They'll take somebody that's famous, pay them to do a commercial or promote the brand, and it turns everybody that follows that person or is into whatever that person's doing will be prone to go buy this product or whatever. So basically they're using the energy from one aspect of life or the entertainment industry to push their business or whatever. So when you look at that in general, it's the same thing. They can see a talent in somebody, especially when it comes to like singing, and really any type of talent, because like I said, the liberal arts, the liberal arts has always been highly regarded, even in our ancient cultures and all of that. But when you look at people like Ella Fitzgerald and Minnie Riperton and people that have this enormous talent, like they say Ella Fitzgerald could crack glass with whatever voice or whatever. Now that's if that ain't no goddess shit or divine shit, then what is? But we just thinking that we taking the talent for granted. So to bring it back to Whitney. Oh, let me say this though. By us not knowing who we are, because some people, they don't even find out how. Some people don't even find out, or still have to contact us to figure out certain things about themselves in regards to who they were spiritually. That's just like with Mike. I heard after he first passed, he still had to contact us down here and find out some things about himself. And I'm not saying that Mike wasn't conscious and didn't know things about himself in regards to spirituality, but he still had to, you know, still had to do research on the same thing I heard about Left Eye. They say Left Eye had to, she had to, she was conscious and getting on her path right before she passed on. You know, she was out there with Dr. Sabi, and but they said she still had to contact some of us down here and figure out who she was in regards to her life on Earth. So to bring this back to Whitney, you know, in the entertainment industry, you got what they call the it factor, or that thing. And I figured out what that thing is. You know, you'd be like, it's something about the, because I got that thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bragging, I'm just being real. That's one of the ways I know what it is, because even without being a quote unquote famous entertainer and being out on TV, I've had the same experiences to a smaller degree that celebrities had after acquiring a certain amount of fame. Like I said, I used to go to Astroworld when I first grew my hair, started getting my hair braided. I used to go to Astroworld, and I'll just say, if Astroworld, Six Flags, if Six Flags was a small world within itself, I would have been a celebrity. And just throughout my life, period. But I think what that it factor, that thing is something coming from a spiritual place. The aura that certain people give off just tells you that it's something about them. And sometimes a person, that's why it's called know thyself. Because sometimes even the person who's giving out this aura is not aware of who they actually are. So this is gonna be light, not light, but like I said, I still got to tap deeper into the archives of Miss Houston. But I deal with it right now from you know, or use it as a basis to demonstrate a point that you don't have to wreck your brain to figure out. So one of the things, when Whitney Houston first came out, I was a youngin', but we all know, you know what I'm saying, she was highly respected. You look at her, she just has a dignified look about herself. You know, she just has this mother figure look about herself. You know, she first came out, she was the Black American sweetheart. And kicking all these powerful songs with this powerful voice. Household name. And just loved by us all. Still is. When you see Whitney Houston, at least before everything, the tables turned on her, the last thing you would think is what it came to be, you know, with the drugs and all that, which I'm gonna have to speak on, but the smear campaign that they did on her was so fucked up. I don't even, yeah, you know, it's public information, so you know what I'm saying. Uh, you know, it's not a big deal at this point, but the smear campaign that they put down on her was so fucked up that I don't even want to. It make me reluctant to even bring up the drug use and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I went to you know, when I started, you know, tapping into the archives, I went to a MTV segment they had on, and it was old, but when I was looking at it, and I probably seen it when it first came out, I can't remember, but let's just say I did. If I would have saw this if I would have saw the way I would have saw it when it first came out, it wouldn't have came off as a smear campaign to me. It wouldn't have came off as an attack, just like it didn't come off as an attack to the majority of the world, because of this spell that entertainment has over the world, or the entertainment industry. You know, you looking at this shit like they just reporting. You know, you're looking at it like they just reporting what's going on. But you know, looking at it now, I can see, you know, through these new eyes, I see it as, I can see the attack in it. You know what I'm saying? And we all know what it was based on, you know, the drug thing or whatever. So you look at Whitney Houston, she comes from a church background, if I'm not mistaken. So one would have to wonder, well, how did it go from her coming from a church background to this mega star to a quote unquote drug addict? Well, simple. I've been noticing a pattern with this shit with a lot of artists, not just Whitney, but a lot of artists. I'm starting to notice there'll be a kid with talent or somebody with talent. They'll get in the music industry. Next thing you know, they have they start going through turmoil. Next thing you know, they're a drug addict. And next thing you know, their career burns out. But there's one common denominator, or one common factor I'm starting to see with a lot of these artists whose careers take a turn for the worse. You know, based off the stories I've been viewing over the past couple of years, and that one common factor is drug use. Now, am I saying drug use is bad? No. I'm not saying drug use in itself is bad, but an overindulgence in doing something, and not saying that's what she was doing. I'm just saying this in regards to drugs, but an overindulgence or irresponsibly using drugs, that's when it becomes a problem. But I'm noticing this common factor, and And I took that and paired it with this other thing that we hear about that goes on in the music industry, which is these mansion parties or whatever the fuck they call them, where it's just a whole lot of drugs, and they say they walk around with the plate with the coke on it and blah 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 blah. So what I'm trying to say in so many words is the music industry is actually what is turning people out in regards to drugs or whatever. And I think that's what happened with Whitney. I don't know what her life was like before she entered into the music industry. But gauging off the energy, the vibes I get from her early days, I don't think she was smoking crack or snorting coke or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I can use as I guess one thing I can kind of use to strengthen my case with that is when she really started to we started being able to see when the drugs became a problem, not just based off her behavior, but the physical appearance. So when you look at her image before the music industry, as well as going into mid-range of her career, she still had that and she was beautiful even when she died, but she still looked better than she did when she started going through all the turmoil or whatever. So when you look at Bobby Brown, when she got with Bobby Brown, she got with Bobby, and then that's when a little bit after that, that's when the whole thing about her using drugs and shit started to slowly drift into the leak to the general public. And the first thing people said was, well, it's Bobby Brown's fault, because Bobby was already known for being a bad boy or whatever. He was already known for I guess you could say being a bad boy or whatever. So when people started to kind of catch wind that Whitney was dabbling in drugs, first thing they did was say they blamed it on Bobby. Then the next thing you know, they were saying Bobby, she introduced Bobby to I wouldn't say introduced, but that's how I heard. They were saying she introduced him, but it probably wasn't a thing of her introducing Bobby to drugs. But he probably was able to do whatever he did a little bit more when he got with her, based off of the financial thing. So but they tried to blame it on Bobby, when really you should have been blaming it on the goddamn music industry, or the people that run the music industry. Because what I'm starting to see, like I say, all these people, you hear their story, drugs don't become involved until after they get into the music industry. And then you got these parties where they they just make the drugs openly available. And if you're not careful, when you're not careful, you become vulnerable, or more vulnerable, under the influence of drugs, which or make it easier for the people that um, control the music industry to control you as a person by you partaking of their life. So what I'm starting to notice is it's just like the whole pimps and hoes thing. You know, we get these artists, you know, because you got to put yourself in the shoes of a Whitney Houston or any artist that we know. These people come to you and offer you the chance to live out this star-studded life that you've always wanted to live, and you had the means to do it because you had the talent. And by black people not making the connection for some reason, making the connection between media and the entertainment industry, by not connecting those factors with quote unquote white supremacy or the people that design and put things in place within this system that are that have an adverse effect on us, by these connections not being made, you know, it's like they're walking into a lion's den or a death trap. Not, I don't know what's a death trap. You can say that, but by not making them connections, you know, 'cause, you know, these people come to you with this contract and they tell you, you're gonna give you this and giving you all these gifts and showing you all the pros of this life that they're putting on the table for you. The whole while, these artists are not making the assessment that at the core of this industry that they're entering into are people that does not have the interest of black people, the best interest of black people in mind, and to take it a step further, the black people, the interest of motherfuckers, period, if you ain't in that goddamn circle that they're in. So not making this connection and not knowing the severity of the type of information and knowledge that these people that lie at the core, along with some of those a little bit out, some of their little flunkies or whatever, too, you know, it's a level to this shit. But not knowing the severity of the knowledge, the psychological knowledge that these people have, it causes them to go through some shit, which we seen with Whitney, and then they wake up when they start to wake up and see what's really going on towards the end of their career or whatever. So I would think it's safe to say that the same people who took Whitney and splashed on the screen for us to worship as we should, and when I say worship, I just mean adore and love and resonate with, based off of the energy she gave off in the music. Those same people, once for whatever reasons, once they felt like there was nothing left that they could do with her, the next thing they resorted to was to taint her image. And I would have to say that that may have happened based off of, it may have came a point to where they wanted Whitney to do something, what, I don't know, but they wanted her to do something that she didn't want to do. And her not wanting to do whatever it was or go along with whatever they wanted her to go along with was the green light for them to say, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to ruin her. That's my take on it. Funny thing, like I said, I was looking at the MTV thing, and it was just like, you have to look at the way these people do shit. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, when you look at it, looking at the MTV thing, I'm looking at it and I'm like, ultimately, if Whitney Houston wanted to smoke crack and did smoke crack or whatever she did, I don't like saying this shit because but if she wanted to do whatever she wanted to do, ultimately, it ain't the goddamn media's motherfucking business to even share that with the goddamn world. If you now we understand the entertainment industry. You know, you want to know more about the artists that you like, and that's ain't nothing wrong with having an aspect of entertainment where you can get a deeper peek into the life of the artist that you would adore or admire. But certain shit should be at the discretion of the goddamn artist. Because when I look at that MTV thing and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this type of shit shouldn't even be able to happen. Even now, shit is set up to where motherfuckers can try to sue you or some shit or whatever based on slander or something. So my thing is, how can these people just, if I'm looking at the MTV shit, I'm like, well, how you gonna do a special on me without me giving you the okay? I feel like if you're gonna do any type of segment on a person, as far as like, hold on real quick, let me see what time we got. Yeah, if you're gonna do some type of segment on me, you should at least check with a motherfucker to see how I'm gonna feel about it. Because I know, if looking at that MTV thing, I'm quite sure, and Whitney was still alive when that came out. I'm quite sure Whitney, I'm quite sure she didn't like that. So the point I'm trying to make is you would have to look at a situation like that and say, well, what is the I can even put it like this. You know what I'm saying? We'll even put it like this. Cause I'm doing the shit right now. You can look at this as a segment about other people. So let me kind of try to clarify what I'm saying a little bit more. Cause I'm saying this based off of me knowing and being able to see the attention on why they done this segment on her. You know, I don't want the YouTubers and all these people to get in the frenzy, because everybody do this shit now. It ain't, you know, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm getting at motherfuckers or something. But the point I'm trying to make is, I could even understand it more so if it was some type of, drug-free message within it all when they done this. But the reason for them doing that was not to try to was not to try to deter people from using drugs. It was a straight up slander campaign or whatever. It was a slander campaign. Now, how do I know this? Whitney said it herself. When I started when I started going to do my research, I came up on the MTV thing, and then just funny how it happened. Cause when I pulled it up, I think I put in Whitney Houston interview or something like that or something. The MTV thing came up, and the first thing that popped up after that was a song that I had never heard before. I don't remember hearing it. It probably came out when I was locked up, called "What You Looking At" by Whitney Houston. That shit was so on point. So what irrelevant to me. It's like, you know, they rocking with you. Because I could say that song right there, that could be me saying or singing or rapping about the same experience. If you haven't already, go look at that song. She tell you in that song what you're looking at. Got all the cameras and shit on there. Shout out to Mike Epps too. That "We Going Out," that's a bad motherfucker, boy. That's one thing I like about auto-tunes. With auto-tunes, it gives niggas like us who really can't sing a chance to just play around and have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? With singing and shit, you know. Let you do your shower singing outside the shower. But anyway, I'm kind of paraphrase what she said in the song right here. She said, "Trying so hard to show the world what I do. Now I'm turning the cameras back on you." Yeah. Let y'all niggas marinate on that shit. She said, "The same spotlight that gave me fame, trying to dirty up my name." That shit reminded me of Pac when she said that. She said, "I never knew, never thought." Which goes back to what I told you in the beginning of this segment. They never know. They never think that these people are diabolical or have a diabolical aspect to themselves. You know, they get blinded by the light. See, I was just so happy to be fortunate enough to come into the knowledge of self before I even before I really got a chance to pursue a music career. You know, that was that always was my dream, was to be an entertainer / entrepreneur. Way before it became way before all these rappers and shit started transforming into moguls and all that old shit. I've been on that shit. I remember before the Reebok thing, I was like 11 or 12. Now, I'm looking at all these people with the sports figures with these shoes. And you know, I don't got anything against sports. You know, I'm more so with. I always been more so in the more so interested in actually playing sports than sitting there watching sports games and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm not the typical dude that goes crazy over sports. But then when it was gym time, I loved to hoop. You know what I'm saying? Or play football, or even shit niggas ain't even known for, like volleyball and shit. That shit was fun. I like volleyball. You know, that shit was fun. Baseball. But the interest that the average person, average man, or you can just say people in general, because the whole world crazy about sports, but the type of interest that the average person has towards sports, I didn't have that. My that part of me was more so into music. So I made the connection. I was like, well, you know, niggas get to walk around with their favorite basketball player's shoes on their feet. I was like, man, they ought to start making shoes. Rappers need to start coming out with shoes. This was back in the 90s when I said this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you had Run DMC with the Adidas thing, but they didn't have their own shoe. They just wore Adidas. You know, Adidas was just the thing at the time. So you know, it all kind of came together. But I was saying an actual shoe where this is the Snoop Dogg, or this is the Rakim or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So but anyway, I always had that interest in the music industry or whatever before I even knew how deep that shit got, you know. And like I said, I went to jail. I got my knowledge of self, and then I came home. And then when I came home, you know, YouTube was popping. Because like I said before I left, there wasn't no YouTube. When I came home, YouTube was popping, and you had all this information about the Illuminati, the music industry, and all this shit. And even though before that, I had already drew the connections to the quote-unquote powers that be in the music industry. Because you have to know that. You have to know that the same people that was controlling this shit when niggas was in slavery didn't go nowhere, or that same mentality, I should say. But I got a more intricate look into what the fuck was really going on, and shit started to make more sense. So the more and more I started learning after I got out of jail, the more and more I started saying, oh, whoa. Me being that big rap star, at least back then, signing some type of contract with these people, that shit could have went left. Because these people are not playing with a full deck. They not playing foul. It is deeper than music. Oh yeah. So you know, I'm looking at all that shit, and start seeing how everything was actually working. And sometimes you can see it when you pay attention to a lot of these artists' careers. You'll see them do something, and if you're privy to certain type of information, you'll know when they're being rebellious to the order of things. And then 6 months, a year later, maybe 2 years later down the line, the same entity or the same industry that were using all their resources to push these people to you in a positive light, will begin to use those same resources to push them to push a negative image of them to you. And then sometimes it's just some shit that go on behind the scenes. Sometimes it's some shit you don't see. It just be some shit that happened or some shit that they don't want to go along with. And then all you see is the back end of it. All of a sudden, you start seeing them going through all type of trials and tribulations. So, like I said, the first thing that popped up was that song, and it really resonated with me. Like I said, I don't even know when that song came out, but even if you go back and listen to some of Mike's shit, you can hear Mike airing out or venting his problem that he was having with these people in the music industry. You could hear it in his music. So with Whitney, my take on it is she was introduced to drugs, probably started as cocaine or whatever, and probably started with cocaine or whatever, because I don't think these ritzy white folks would have been smoking crack at these parties. And I don't know what the fuck they do, but we all know the thing. Crack was considered a poor man's drug. Cocaine was a rich man's drug. Whatever. So after that, she goes on her journey into the music industry, and then, like I said, probably some type of friction. And next thing you know, they turned on her, which she told you in the song. You don't gotta listen to me. Go listen to Why You Mad at Me. I mean, why you look what you looking at. Now, at the end of the day, truthfully speaking, what a motherfucker do behind closed doors, I don't give a fuck how much money you go spend to see them perform, how many albums you bought, how many posters you put on the wall, or how many times you screamed and sing that song. At the end of the day, what them people do behind closed doors is not your fucking business. Now, if I said when certain shit pop across the screen about certain stars and shit, if I said that I don't go and look, or somebody come up, drop a YouTube story about something that happened by somebody, if I said I'm not gonna go and look into it, I'm not saying that. But it's really damn near getting to that point now. This shit is so much of a flood of information. It's to the point now where I don't even be giving a fuck about a lot of this shit. I just be keep scrolling. I'm proud of myself for that shit. Certain shit I just don't be giving a fuck about no more. Certain shit that I would have went and checked out even 2 or 3 years ago. Certain shit I would have went and looked at to see what was going on with it. I mean, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? But if these people really cared about Whitney Houston, it would have been a thing of just trying to push her out there as a quote-unquote crackhead. It would have been a thing of, damn, Whitney tripping or she slipping. Let me get with her and see if we can get her on,